Hello everyone, thank you for joining me. So before we get into today's video, I just wanted to let you guys know I have a newsletter that I started recently. It's linked in the description box down below. I talk about all things human design, spirituality, personal development, that kind of thing. It's 100% free for you guys to subscribe to, so please check it out and let me know what you think. Nature is your best friend. If you're a highly sensitive person, an empath, spiritual in any way, shape or form, and right now you're feeling overwhelmed, or you're feeling drained, or you're feeling burnt out, go sit in nature. It doesn't matter if it's freezing cold outside, if it's raining, if it's windy, maybe if there's a storm, please do stay inside and be safe. You resonate at the same frequency as the trees. And I think that's so important to remember, because the trees stand so tall and so strong, and they root themselves into the earth, but still grow up so tall and so high to the divine. And that's what you're here to do as humans. You're here to root yourself into the earth, into the 3D, into the matrix, but also connect to the divine. If you're someone who is spiritual, who's in any way into anything to do with the law of attraction or manifestation or the higher realms, the angels, your spirit guides, God, source, anything, you are meant to both root yourself into the earth and grow so tall that you reach the divine. And you have to remember to do both. You have to have the yin and the yang. Because when you only have one without the other, you will never feel fully yourself or fulfilled in life. A lot of us can get too caught up in the grounding, and the grounding is living as a human, going and getting up and going to work every day and, sitting in traffic, having your morning coffee, getting up and having a shower, brushing your teeth, washing your face, doing all the earthly things. But that can be so tiring and so draining. But that's not all you are, and that's not all that you're ever meant to be. You are so much more than that. You are this divine being that is incarnated on earth into this meat suit to live this extraordinary existence. You're here to experience who you are as a soul for the first time. I wasn't going to say for the first time. That just came out. Maybe some of you are experiencing yourselves as a human for the first time. But you're here to experience who you are without knowing who you are. You're here to discover who you are, to discover your heart, to discover your soul. If you're watching this kind of video, you're on an inner journey in this lifetime. You're diving internally, inwards, into yourself, which is the deepest form of spirituality that you can get to. At least that's what I believe. You are who you are for a reason. You are where you are for a reason. You need to dissolve any of the barriers that are preventing you from truly experiencing yourself, from truly experiencing your deepest soul desires of why you came here to experience Earth. Sit with yourself in a meditation. Go back to your soul, go back to your heart. Ask yourself, why am I here? Why did I come here? What was the original intention? Maybe you're here to help others. Maybe you're here to evolve in a specific way, to learn specific lessons. Maybe you're here to break family generational cycles. Maybe it's all of it all together. Maybe your answers are so completely different. It's time for you to really delve deep and find who is it you were supposed to become in this lifetime, and then move towards that. Don't sit on autopilot. Don't get up and go to school and go to work and get married and have kids just because you were told to. Just because that's what the rest of society told you that that's what you were meant to experience. It's time for you to let go of that. Let go of other people's desires for you and allow yourself to sit with yourself long enough to realize what your own personal desires are. Because there are answers to these questions that are hidden deep inside of you. You just have to know to look for them. Because they will appear. And you can change your mind a million times, and you can start something and decide it's not for you, and start something else and keep going with that, and then change again. You don't have to stay the same. You're always evolving, you're always growing. Don't let anybody else's mental programmings or fears or projections onto you determine how you live your life and determine the decisions that you make. If you've decided that something better out there for you than what you have for yourself now, strive towards that. Don't be afraid, take that leap of faith. If you leap, the net will appear. Trust in your inner wisdom, trust in your inner guidance. Trust in your intuition and your gut feelings. A lot of people stray away from their intuition, and they end up living a life that they're so unhappy with. Because they're not allowing themselves the space and the love to actually go after what they want. I can guarantee you the people who are living the most unhappy lives, that don't love every moment of every day, they're the ones that didn't love themselves enough to jump. They chose fear over themselves. They chose the instant gratification of safety over the long-term gratification that comes with a risk. It's time to move forwards in a direction that you know is right for you. Empower yourself, knowing that you can't make the wrong choice. And if you've already made the wrong choice and you feel like you're on the wrong path, know that you have the power to change it. And know that the universe is holding you and protecting you and guiding you as you do that. Don't move through your life with so much fear pent up inside of you that it stops you from actually moving in life. Don't stay stuck and stagnant in the same place just because that's what's familiar to you and what you're used to. Allow yourself to grow, allow yourself to change, allow yourself to evolve. That's what you're here to do. That's what your soul is calling you to do. When a new desire comes up, follow that. Don't restrain yourself from it just because somebody else told you not to, or just because you have a fear that if you do wander towards it, that it's going to be wrong. Because if it's wrong, you just wander back again. You're never stuck. You're never pinned between a rock and a hard place. You can feel like you are. And you can feel frustrated and angry and get upset and be sad and have a mental breakdown. But know that you'll pick yourself back up again. And you'll continue to move forwards, and the universe will continue to hold you. So much of what you want to do in your life that you're holding yourself back from is just in your mind. We imagine the future. We project our own scarcity and limitations into the future, and that's what stops us from living the life that we want. And what's the point in that? You didn't come to Earth for that. You didn't incarnate just to be afraid. Your soul didn't come to Earth and live the life that you're living and make the effort to be here on Earth just to live in fear. Just to live without love, without self-love, without self-worth, without your self-validation. You're not here for scarcity. You're here for growth. You're here to evolve. You're here to love yourself and to love your life. And to feel every moment, to fuel every moment with this joy and this pleasure and this abundance. That's what you're meant for. Guys, I hope this message hit you. I hope it resonated for you. And for anyone who feels like they are stuck in life and they are stagnating in life, just know that it takes one small decision to change that. All you need to do is love yourself that little bit more, to take that leap of faith, to jump into your next timeline, your next reality that will bring you so much abundance and love and light. Earth is such a beautiful place and such a beautiful planet, and I feel like we get so caught up in the media and the news and just the programming that comes with being human and just living through what we're living through in the world, and just we forget just how beautiful it is. And that's why I mentioned nature at the beginning of this video, because all you need to do is go sit on a rock beside the river, talk to the trees, listen to the birds, and center yourself again. Know that it's your mind. Know that it is only your mind that is holding you back. It's the ego, it's the fear. And there's so much more to life when you step past that, when you allow yourself to feel that fear and move forwards anyways. Center yourself back to yourself. Remember who you are. Remember why you came here. And move forwards with passion and power and love for yourself. I hope this resonated with you guys. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for watching. And I will see you in the next video. Bye.